What if I told you that one night in Brooklyn, a man didn't just lose a match, he almost lost everything? What if I told you that the most dangerous predator in WWE history walked into SummerSlam and turned a wrestling match into something that looked more like a scene from a horror movie? Randy Orton, the Viper, 13-time world champion, a man who has made legends tap out, who has heard arenas erupt for him 1,000 times. And on this night, this one brutal, unforgettable night, he got taken apart piece by piece in front of the entire world. This isn't just a match story. This is the night Brock Lesnar reminded everyone exactly who he is. And you are not going to want to look away. Before we go deeper into this story, real quick, if you're new here, welcome to Shock Zone. This channel exists for one reason and one reason only: to bring you the greatest stories in WWE history, told the way they deserve to be told. Full matches, legendary rivalries, championship moments, shocking betrayals, jaw-dropping returns. All of it right here, every single time. Missed a match? Don't even stress. We got you. Hit that subscribe button right now because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming on this channel. If this story is already hitting different, drop a like. It means the world and it helps us keep bringing these stories to life. And hey, if you've got a WWE buddy who lives for moments like this, share this video with them right now. They'll thank you later. Now, let's get back to Brooklyn because things are about to get very, very dark. To understand what happened at SummerSlam 2016, you have to understand who these two men are and what was at stake when they stepped into that ring together. Randy Orton, born into wrestling royalty, son of cowboy Bob Orton, a man who was practically raised in locker rooms and arenas. Orton didn't just become a WWE superstar, he became one of the most decorated, most feared, most respected names in the history of this business. 13 world championships, the RKO, one of the most lethal finishing moves ever seen. He could strike from anywhere, at any time, without a single second of warning. The Legend Killer, the Apex Predator, a man who seemed impossible to destroy. And then there's Brock Lesnar. Where do you even begin with Brock Lesnar? This is a man who conquered The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. A man who has been NCAA Division I champion, WWE champion, UFC heavyweight champion. Brock Lesnar doesn't live in the same world as other wrestlers. He exists in a category entirely his own. A genuine freak of nature who combines size, speed, and pure aggression into something that feels less like a sports entertainer and more like a force of nature. Paul Heyman, his advocate, his mouthpiece, had been screaming for months that Brock was different, that Brock was dangerous, that Brock was not to be played with. And at SummerSlam, every single person in that Barclays Center was about to find out just how right Heyman was. The build-up to this match had been personal. Orton, a member of the Wyatt family during one of the most bizarre chapters of his career, had a score to settle. He wanted to prove he belonged in the conversation with the biggest names in WWE. And what bigger statement could there be than beating Brock Lesnar? Orton came into SummerSlam with a plan. He came in with fire. He came in ready. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. The moment that match began, Lesnar was different. You could feel it. The crowd could feel it. Orton could feel it. Brock came out of the gates like a man possessed. Not wrestling, not competing. Hunting. The German suplexes started almost immediately. 1, 2, 3. That thunderous snap of Orton's body hitting the canvas over and over again. The crowd was stunned. Orton is a veteran. He's been in wars. But there's no preparing for what Brock Lesnar does to a human body. Can you imagine being picked up like you weigh nothing? Your spine slamming into that mat repeatedly, and knowing that this man isn't even close to being done with you? Orton dug deep. He always does. That's what makes him a legend. He fought through the pain, he searched for an opening, and then, out of nowhere, because that's what the Viper does, RKO, the arena exploded. For one brief, electric moment, Randy Orton had done it. He had connected with one of the most iconic finishing moves in WWE history on the most dangerous man alive. The crowd was on their feet. Hope was alive. And then Brock got up. What followed can only be described as carnage. Lesnar, now with blood on his face from being busted open, and seemingly fueled by it, became something else entirely. The aggression escalated to a level that crossed every line, repeated strikes, relentless, unforgiving. The referee had no choice. The match was stopped. TKO. Brock Lesnar wins, but in a way that felt less like a victory and more like a warning shot fired at the entire WWE roster. The aftermath hit like a shockwave. Randy Orton was stretchered out of that arena. The replays were hard to watch. What Brock did that night went beyond competition. It raised genuine questions about Orton's health, about Lesnar's mental state, about where the line was. WWE officials were shaken. The locker room was shaken. And the WWE Universe, they were rattled in a way they hadn't been in a long time. This match redefined Brock Lesnar's legacy in WWE. It wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. A reminder that when Brock Lesnar walks through that curtain, every single thing is on the line. For every superstar watching from backstage that night, the message was crystal clear. You don't just fight Brock Lesnar, you survive him. Or you don't. Thank you so much for watching. Genuinely. From the bottom of this channel's heart, we appreciate you being here. But listen, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it right now because the stories we have coming will leave you absolutely speechless and you will regret missing them. If this story moved you even a little, hit that like button. It truly keeps this channel alive. Share this with your WWE friends right now. Tag them, send it because they need to see this. And remember, every match, every rivalry, every championship moment, every shocking betrayal in WWE history, it lives here on Shock Zone. We are here for you, always, and next time, we're diving into one of the most emotionally devastating championship losses this business has ever seen. You think you're ready? Trust me, you're not. This is Shock Zone, and we'll see you in the next story.